Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I am here with some last minute Easter cards. And also, hopefully in this same video, I'll do a little bit of a Ohuhu Copic mashup, or a matchup, I should say. So if the video is too long, then I'll break it up into two videos, but alrighty crafters, let's get started. Happy Easter! So here are some cards that I made. Trying to, catch up after all that coffee-loving blog hop with, I don't even know how many cards I submitted. I know it was over 10. But anyway, now I'm like trying to catch up to Easter, and Easter is already here. As you can see here, the blanket slimline from Honeybee Stamps is back. You haven't seen my favorite slimline die in a while. But here it is. And normally, I think you guys see it in like a kind of a white or off-white. But now I have it in like this sort of, I don't know if is it a gray blue? But it does have a little bit of pearl. I think this is Michael's pearlescent paper. It came in a little short stack. So that's why it's not a full slimline, because I was only limited by the size of the paper itself. I think it's maybe 4.5 by 6.5 or so. And then I cut this out. Look at the blanket. And then this is a new die. Yeah, it is a die. But it gives you the texture of a basket. This is from the Honeybee Stamps newest release. Let me show you. So, favorite slimline, blanket, love, 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 still loving. Haven't given up on it. Still cuts like a dream. I've used it a bunch of times. This is their new die, basket weave slimline cover plate. Now, I've told you guys before, but for any newbies, when you shop on Honeybee Stamps, their website, and you buy anything, you can use Afterpay to get 4 flex pay. So that's kind of nice, really nice. And this die, it cuts the edge, but it gives you this impression on the inside. I did have to use a embossing pad though, because sometimes when you run it through, it'll do the emboss. But I think the reason they purposely didn't do that, they didn't want the embossing here to cut the cardstock. Because sometimes if you make this pattern too deep, it's going to cut like a real die and cut through. So I ended up using the embossing pad for this. So I ran this first, then I put the blanket slimline on top of it. So I hope I'm making sense. Ran the blue piece first with this, then embossed it, took it out. Then after I took it out, I dropped the slimline on top of that. Like so, and then ran that through. That's how I got both together. And it does a very delicate embossing of the basket weave. So it gives you texture in the back. So now I have texture here and texture here. And now this stamp, this is by the Rabbit Hole. I will link everything too that I'm talking about, because this one's a cutie. And looking at this one, even though it does, I mean, right now it is appropriate for Easter, but I think this could be a year-round one. Could definitely work for Mother's Day too. Because, bunny, that's year-round, and it's cute. And flowers, and you can change this up. The stamp is this stamp here, and it's a photopolymer stamp. And I bought it at the Rabbit Hole, from the Rabbit Hole. What's the name of it? Does it have a name? Come Fly With Me. That's the name of it. Come Fly With Me. Now, there was an example on the website of this with the bows. But when I tried to line up the bows, I think you have to cut this out, then you have to fussy cut and then cover up the flowers to have bows instead of flowers. I just wasn't going to do all of that. To be honest with you, no, it's just too much. Too much, too much. I love crafting, but I don't love crafting when it becomes, microscopic and too much. Unless the too much has a big payoff. Which is like the the Santa Village Tim Holtz colorized die. That one now, even though it was all layered up and all bits, that had a big payoff because it was just so beautiful. This, I'm happy with it being the flower. I don't need to have it with bows. I would probably use die cut bows and cover it up. Knowing me, in glitter, more than likely. And it also has a coordinating die. Come fly with me. I think this is just super adorable. And that's the die. So just like so. But I just think it is just too adorable. And you know, technically, you could probably, if you have an image, because there is height here, you could probably put, let's say I wanted the gnome, I could probably just cover this up and drop a gnome on top or something. You know, I mean, it could happen. It could. To offer mileage. I haven't done it, but I just had the thought. Alrighty, and then this Happy Easter. That's a die from Pink Fresh Studio from my stash. Fancy Easter script. Love this. Love this. Not too big, not too small. Perfect on a slimline. Love this card. And this is what I'm going to be coloring with the Ohuhu Copic combo. Just to show you how I meshed both of them together. Cute. Love this, love this, love this. Anyway, next up, again, blanket slimline. And I cut my blanket slimline here. That's Basil cardstock. And then I just kept on playing. All kinds of layers of goodies. This Somebody Loves You. I think this is a, it's a die from my stash, but I want to say Impression Obsession, not 100% sure. If I find it, I'll find it, and if I can, not even sure if it's available. If it's available, I'll link it below. But it's Somebody Loves You, and then it comes with these little bunnies. Aren't they adorable? And I put them in glitter. And this gnome, this is a new release, a very small release from Trinity Stamps. And let me show you. There are 3 gnome Easter dies. I only got 2. The other one I wasn't too fancy about. This one is Spring in My Step. So cute. And then this one is Gnome Bunny. And then you see he doesn't have any hands. The hands are in holding the chick or holding the egg, as I did down here below where you see him holding the egg. Now these have coordinating dies, but the dies are not in stock. They were having a delay with shipment, you know, the whole COVID thing. And I noticed, I was looking somewhere else too the other day, and I saw that they released Easter, and I'm thinking, it's a week before Easter. How are you releasing now? Shipping. They probably placed their order and just didn't get it in time. So, you know, I mean, you can do, of course, Easter crafting after Easter. All of what you do on Sunday, take pictures of, and then you can scrap it, make cards, make thank you cards for folks that came over, if anybody came over, etc. So cute. Because I tell you, this kind of coloring and these colors just make me so smile. I love the Easter colors and everything, along with Easter, of course. And this little popped up flower thing, that's from Hobby Lobby. It's some Easter spring little, I don't know what you call those, little embellishment. And I just popped it up and just had fun. Somebody Loves You. I think this is cute, right? And this here is a memory box plaid slimline set. I think it's $6.99 or so for a whole bunch of pretty plaid. On one side, it's this kind of plaid, and then on the other side is plaid on the, yeah, so it's a two-sided paper. On the other side, it's plaid with like streaks of gold on all different kinds of patterns. You know, I should have shown you that. Maybe I'm going to do some more stuff over the weekend, so I'll probably show it to you then. It's super, super cute. Little plaid slimline. So I did a sort of a paper piecing. Instead of me doing my normal ink blending, my hand has been killing me. I've been going to the doctor a lot and doing a lot of tests in my arms, so I don't have any strength to do a bunch of ink blending. But isn't the little gnome cute? I think it's adorable. I love this card. Love this card. I love the bunny card. Oh, the bunny is so sweet. Bunny and a gnome. And then lastly, I have this die set, this basket die set. is a home run basket die set from Lawn Fawn. Love it. Good size. Let me tell you. 3 3/4 by, let's say 2.5 or a little bit over 2.5, but not much. And I mean, look at all of that. The basket alone, year round. You can stick flowers. It comes with the grass. It comes with the eggs. It comes with the bunny. 2 layers of a bunny. I mean, talk about a comprehensive die set. So here's the back of the basket. Here's the top of the basket. Here is the little, what would I call that? The trim, like a ribbon trim of the basket. And I mostly cut mine out of basil cardstock, actually. And then, of course, yes, I did back it on 110 pound. I can't help it. It is on 110 pound for the handle and for this. The handle in particular, when you cut it, and because it is thin going all the way around, if you just cut it with just plain cardstock, it gets a little, flimsy. You can back it up if you just use even 65 pound, just regular cardstock, or like me, 110 pound. So I make it more sturdy. And then with the eggs, I played with a whole bunch of glitter. Super duper cute. So let me go further back into this because this thing is just adorable. The grass, the eggs, the egg base, the egg top, different shapes of the egg. A bow, a 3D bow, which you can see I didn't even use because I can't stand my hot glue gun. I really need a good hot glue gun. I'll make these kind of bows and then I'll use the glue. They open up. I even went out and I bought a different glue. High temp. I don't remember the brand. I bought it at Michael's or something, and still, it was just poof, opening up. This now makes a flower, and there are your flower buds, which I didn't use here because I have all this busy craziness going on in the background. I used the flowers here. So you see how the card, how this is giving me mileage? It gave me these little cute little tulips. Super, super, super cute tulips. And then here's your bunny. So you can use this to make your chocolate bunny. This is the back, and then this is the top. Cute. See the back of the bunny? So I could go a darker chocolate, but when I went too dark, it was clashing too much against everything else. That was like this kind of a pastel color, even though I have all of this bright stuff going on. So let me show you what I created the background with. And I know I showed you guys this before, the egg hunt. Maybe I did. Did I show you this card though? I don't think so. I think I probably showed you this without cutting it down. Because I remember talking about this, but I don't remember if I showed you the card that I made with it. And I had taped down the stencil using the Amazon purple tape. Perfect time, oops. Perfect time for the Amazon purple tape. What is all of this? Because I can use each little piece about 10 times before I have to throw it out. So when I use it, I re-stick it and then use it again. That's why it looks so busted around the corners of my roll. And on here, I just did some ink blending. It looks like with Distress Oxides. And the Easter here comes back to the same super cute, pretty pink posh Easter. Now I do have my AliExpress Easter word dies, but this one just, I don't know. I just look at it in the gold. It's just so cute. And it cuts well. It doesn't get stuck in your die. It doesn't jam up. I cut it out of 110 pound first. Then I cut it out of this. No problem. Even though it's an intricate scripty die. Cute. And then I stuck all the little grass in here. The grass is from, it had a different, 2 little pieces of grass. This comprehensive set. Fabulous. I will link it below. Build a basket Easter. Now, if it's not in stock, just, you can search around for it. Last time I looked, I think it was sold out a bunch of places, but they may restock by now. So I may link below one place, and then I'll put or, and then another place, just in case. But, when it comes to stuff like this, you can go to eBay, but why, spend $50 on something that can come back in a week or two? It's just the whole COVID demands and a lot of new crafters, which we love you guys. We love new crafters because once folks are buying crafts, then a lot of these companies won't close down and go out of business because that happens too. You know, sometimes the sellers, if they're not, if they produce all this volume and they're not moving product, they end up going out of business. So it's good to have new crafters, and you know, just sometimes you have to wait. Last up, I said I'll just show you here. I had gotten this die actually last year after Easter, but it's making a debut now. And little Easter bunny, isn't that cute? Little Easter chick, actually. It's not a bunny, it's a chick. Comes again with a bow. This is a Sizzix thinless die. Do I have the name of it? Yes, this time I saved it. I saved everything, the name and the number. Hatching egg 664362. That's the number, because sometimes it's easier to find a Sizzix die by the number than by going by the name. And then this is all the pieces. This creates that interactive slider here in the back. Super cute. And I just layered it up on a glittery egg with basil pink cardstock. Comes with all these pieces. So the flowers I can use by itself. The bow, of course I can use by itself. Little flowers. There's a chick's face. Super cute. Only thing I had no clue what it was. I don't know what this is. This little piece here. I have no clue. Oh, you know what? Maybe it is the center for the bow. That's what it is. Duh. It just occurred to me. It's the center for here, for the bow. Oh, okay. That's what it is to make this. I had to check my phone for a second. The screen got very, very dark. I think I'm charging while filming. I think my phone is running hot. Alrighty, so I had this. I'm going to put it on my plan was to put it on a slimline card like so. Like picture it here instead of my gnome. And then, you know, have a sentiment on top. Or maybe I can go shorter like so. So cute. So cute. But, you know, Easter's right around the corner. As a matter of fact, it's pretty much here. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna do a few segments, so I don't keep these videos too long, and they're going to be different things. That's why I'm thinking what I'm doing. Alrighty, guys. In the next video, I'm gonna do this Ohuhu coloring with the Copic. All right. So until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Look out for part 2. Bye.